Imagine for a moment that your house holds a particular spot for you, where time seems to slow down, as though the outer world and all its cacophony remain on the other side of an invisible door. A haven where you may discover stillness, inhale deeply, and sink yourself into a tranquility sometimes difficult in regular life. Does it sound like something from a luxury reserved only for a few or from a fairy tale? Actually, everyone who is ready to commit some time and effort can create such a surroundings. Today we will work together to turn a basic area of your house into a real spiritual shrine, an invitation not just for adornment but also for complete presence, introspection, and relationship with something larger. Maybe you have knowledge about altars or have perhaps seen pictures of them in books, movies, or social media. But here's a question. Does it have to be big, full of religious symbolism or strict guidelines? The response comes out as a loud no. This is your area. You may mold it to fit your values and what really speaks to your heart. This DVD is for you whether you are just starting your road or already investigate spiritual practices or old ideas. Regardless of your starting place, building a space that encourages peace and clarity can help everyone to find beauty and purpose. Consider this space as an interior garden to help you to visualize this concept more tangentially. Your spirit blooms when you commit time to create an atmosphere that feeds your soul, same as plants need care and light to blossom. Though it might be as basic as a side table or a little shelf, this area can significantly change your life. The best thing is also that one does not have to follow pre-made recipes. Here we will offer ideas acting as a guide, but you will be the one driving this change. I would want to kindly extend a particular invite before we start. If this subject speaks to you and motivates you to look at ways to change your daily life, think about channel subscription. This will constantly help you to be close to reflections that might guide your path and provide useful ideas for living more deliberately and balanced. Imagine the countless more ideas that might develop throughout time, therefore enhancing your experience. We are setting off a creative and transforming adventure. Are you prepared to start your own holy space creation? Let us travel together since the road starts right now. It begins all with a place. It doesn't have to be something grand like a room meant especially for that or a whole hall. Often the most real vitality resides in the most basic settings. Imagine a calm corner in your bedroom, a neglected shelf in the living room, or even that serene area close to the window where the early sunlight softly colors the floor golden. These little niches can turn out to be far more than first look suggests. They can become doors leading to a closer relationship with the surroundings and yourself. Once you have decided on the spot, commit yourself to carefully and deliberately preparing it. Cleaning this area goes beyond simple object organization or dusting. This is a symbolic act of breathing fresh life into the surroundings. Eliminate everything that contradicts the energy you want to grow in that area. It could be an old book you no longer find useful, a stack of neglected papers, or even something they're just out of habit without any particular significance. You empty yourself by eliminating these components. But it is not any kind of emptiness. This is an open field for fresh ideas. To clean the environment, light incense or use scented herbs like lavender or rosemary if you believe it is required. See this as a means of getting ready for something unique. Now stop momentarily and let yourself consider, why is this place here? Will it be somewhere one might contemplate and discover inner silence? One corner to show thanks for the little pleasures of daily life? Maybe a shrine to respect ideas, morals, or people who will help you along the way. Establishing this orientation will be like sketching a road forward from where you are now. This first intention will direct every decision you take going ahead. If your goal is meditation, for instance, you might decide to include a soft blanket or a comfortable cushion. If this is a place for thanks, a pen and journal could be rather important. Photographs, symbols, icons, or sentimental things could all find their home there to honor teachings or memories. One does not have to hurry through this creative process. Actually, it should be handled with tranquility and full presence, as though every element were a brushstroke on something exceptional and distinctive. Recall this area reflects your values and who you are. It must be real, yet it does not have to be flawless. After all, what good would it be to produce something devoid of resonance for your essence? You will have started the process of creating a personal haven by the time you complete this phase. Though little, A place can have the ability to change your daily schedule and improve your quality of living. Are you ready to start this road? Now that the space is ready, it's time to bring it to life with components that reflect your most core values and tell your story. The message these items represent and how they connect with you will really count more than their ostentatiousness or cost. See this as fragments of yourself filling the area. Every object carries meanings, memories, and aspirations that speak to you personally. Many individuals opt to center their altar around a classic example, such a picture or monument of the Buddha. This component might stand for knowledge, compassion, and balance, universal traits that motivate development and peace. Still, this is not required. Maybe you like to include basic objects, like a smooth stone you discovered on a calm walk, a shell retrieved from the sea on a wonderful day, or perhaps a little plant that grows alongside your spiritual practice since you feel more in touch to nature. Every one of these objects can be considered as a reminder of stronger links with the natural world, with time, and with oneself. Think also of anything that captures your own path. It can be a book that speaks to your soul and brightens your thoughts via words. Maybe it's a rosary worn during prayer or meditation, a tool with the vitality of your everyday observations. Alternatively, even a candle, signifying the inner light everyone carries and which can be turned on to highlight times of introspection and thankfulness. Think about including symbolic offerings to help foster appreciation and thanks. Expressing thanks for the here and now can be done with fresh fruit, grains, or delicate flowers, thereby honoring the little benefits enhancing your life. Remember too that this procedure has no right or wrong. The very important thing is that every object reflects your objective exactly. Concern yourself not with adhering strictly to regulations or outside norms. This is your area. It should speak to your heart exactly. It is quite natural to find that a certain object no longer makes sense in the space. This area changes after all as you do. You will be ready to proceed when you believe the elements complement the intended use of the space. This is like getting ready for a fresh path. Everything is in its proper place to go forward. Looking at this corner should inspire calm, tranquility, and a feeling of community. It should be a mirror of your values and personality, a quiet call to times of introspection and connection. Thus, stop momentarily and see what you have produced. Are you feeling comfortable? Can you see how each little element adds to the environment you want? Should the response be yes, you are following the correct road. This is only the start of a transforming trip whereby every action and decision has significance. Ready to carry on? It's time to set the elements you choose in a way that produces a harmonic and fluid environment. Consider this as painting creation. Every component serves a specific function and finds a home. Usually, the most important object, that which bears the most emotional or spiritual weight, is positioned in the middle of the area. It might be a picture, a monument, or even a basic object that stands in for the core of your altar. You can arrange the other objects around the center point such that they direct the eye and create a feeling of peace and organization. This layout not only looks great but also guides your focus to what is important. Think on object location and height when planning the area. Larger objects, such as a statue or a vase filled with flowers, might be placed toward the rear to provide a strong basis for the arrangement. Small gifts, candles, or fragile objects might occupy the front, nearer the viewer. This layering helps one to connect with every individual part as well as provide visual depth. Never forget to keep the space from being crowded. When the objective is introspection and meditation, less is usually more. A simple surroundings lets every object stand out on its own without vying for attention. Also quite important in this procedure is lighting. When it's natural, light can be quite wonderful. It may make the area lively and dynamic and carries the vitality of the outside world. Still, depending just on it is not always feasible. Under these circumstances, gentle lamps or candles are quite good substitutes. Apart from stressing the things, they represent the clarity we yearn for on our inner trip. A candle's flame might represent knowledge or the presence of something more. Try several kinds of illumination until you discover the one that most fits the use of your holy area. Once everything is set up, stop momentarily to check the outcome. What do your eyes view? Your heart's sensation is what? Does the area match your initial vision? Does it lead to serenity and quiet? If something seems out of tune, maybe an object is too near to another or the lighting does not adequately highlight the elements, change until everything is in perfect balance. Just as crucial as selecting the goods themselves is fine-tuning the specifics. Remember that what you value and who you are reflect in this place. It should be a welcome to times of solitude and quiet where you may interact with the surroundings and yourself. When you feel that everything is in line, you will have produced not just a beautifully decorated nook but also an invitation to quiet times for reflection. Are you prepared to go this last distance and see the magic come to pass? An altar is a living space vibrating with the force of your everyday practice. It is not a fixed object. You must include it into your daily schedule if it is to really serve the objective for which it was designed. Choose a particular time of day to interact with this area. It might be in the morning before confronting the outside world, or in the evening, when silence envelopes everything and you might slow down. The key is to naturally include this relationship into your life, much as a planned appointment with oneself. Light a candle or incense while seated before the altar, then spend some time meditating or reflecting. See this as your means of starting a conversation with yourself. The light of the candle might represent clarity. The scent of the incense suggests rejuvenation and cleanliness. Though basic, this habit is really effective. It helps you to relate to the intended use of the area and turns it into a mental and emotional haven. This 5 minutes a day will be precious for developing inner serenity and reminding oneself of what is important. Recall that this corner does not have to stay the same with time. Your altar could shift as you develop and change. As you travel, substitute fresh flowers for dry ones, change the way objects are arranged, or add fresh elements. Maybe during a stroll you came across a fascinating stone or got a heartfelt present from someone very dear. These objects depict fresh phases of your life and might be arranged in the area. This process of transformation reminds you that personal development is a continuous trip and helps the altar to remain alive. Thank you for every exchange. Stop for a moment and thank you for establishing this haven, for devoting time to your inner calm, and for respecting the principles or ideas that feed your spirit. This thankfulness magnifies the pleasant energy of the surroundings, so helping not only yourself but also everyone around you. See this energy as soft waves affecting the adjacent people and places. Being appreciative of the little benefits of daily life, such as the air you breathe or the solace of being at home, will help you to change your viewpoint and enhance your experience in this unique environment. Big things also count. This everyday habit does not have to adhere strictly to guidelines. It should be real and fit for your goals and means. Maybe one day you want to simply watch the flutter of the candle flame. Then, another day you feel motivated to jot some notes in a diary. The process calls for all of this. What counts is that every visit to the altar presents a chance for you to re-establish your most vital connection. You will come to see over time that this area is a continual invitation to complete presence and deep contemplation, not only a gathering of deliberately placed objects. It will turn into a mirror of your path where you may relax, introvert, and replenish your vitality. You are establishing a unique place for your inner serenity by tending to this everyday connection, therefore transcending mere decoration of a corner. Are you prepared to go this last distance and convert this area into a real haven for your soul? Although we are at the end of this tutorial, we are merely starting a new phase in your path. Establishing a holy place transcends mere object arrangement or decoration of a corner of your house. It's far deeper than that. It's about developing purpose, love, and transformation by means of every action and decision taken during this process. When you commit time and effort to create this haven, you are forging a strong link between the outside and the inside, between the cosmos inside you and the surroundings. Every little element of this place reflects your core and has significance. May this nook serve as a haven under trying circumstances, a place where you may find serenity even if all around you seems to be in flux. It reminds us constantly that just a moment of complete presence away, tranquility and wisdom are always within grasp. See this area as a beacon guiding you back to balance and peace anytime needed from among the darkness. And keep in mind, your hands and heart help to define this place. It is already a real statement of who you are now, hence it is not necessary to be flawless. Growing and changing reflects your pursuit for balance, knowledge, and inner harmony as well. Before we call to end, I kindly ask that if this material has illuminated your road, kindly consider channel subscription and forwarding this message to someone who could also find use for it. Doing this will enable you to help to disseminate throughout the globe more knowledge, inspiration, and connection. This series of favorable vibes and intents has the ability to change the collective consciousness as well as personal life. We travel together on this search for harmony and wisdom, thanksgiving and hoping for inner serenity. Every step you take toward establishing your holy place should remind you that the trip is just as vital as the end point. Your own development occurs gently, patiently, and with care, much as a seed grows slowly into a tree loaded with leaves. Let yourself honor every little success and every flash of insight discovered along the road. And what then will your next action be? How will you intend to keep on this road of self-discovery and metamorphosis? Recall that your hands hold the ability to produce something quite unique. Your built place reflects your desire and goal, not only physical one. This area invites you to delve further inside yourself. Following your path and witnessing how this holy area finds integration into your daily existence excites me. Thank you. I hope you keep wisely, lovingly, and with intention lighting your road. Till next time.